driving inside, can't get the two to fall.
Well, you could say he's a forward, but Rajav's like a forward center.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a rebounding machine.
Cruz, set off. Ivan Aska working on Bay. Before first skipper and could not beat from the out.
Hey, bit of a force there.
Maybe a bit too unselfish.
This is going to be Rome's day.
First he has a nice 360 move, and now he's hitting outside shots. De La Rosa looking hot.
Rome De La Rosa getting a three after driving from that side early on in the game. It's a three-quarter for Rome De La Rosa, and Magnolia lead by two. We'll be right back.
Pagkatapos ng intermission number na ito, ibibigay ko na sa inyo ang isang sakong bigas.
Backboard combination is easily one of the most lethal combinations and pairings in the PBA today.
Definitely one of the, really pesky teams, like you're saying. When that tandem, when they get going, they just can't be stopped.
Take a look here. We're asking which sniper will hit more from downtown, either T2W, Paul Lee, Marshall Lasser, Jack Van Mees, or Simon Cecil. Of course, you can answer on Filipinas Live, or you can watch 48 season of PBA's Commissioner's Cup live in HD anytime, anywhere, and any device around the world. Also get to watch a deep archive of PBA content and the current and previous conferences on demand or full game highlights. Download the app by Google Play or the App Store, or watch by PhilippineSite.com. Register now for free. As Ivan Aska ties up the ball game at 15.
Going back to that graphic about Mark Baroka and Gio Alalo, like you mentioned, they're 20 points and 15 assists. Well, let's just say those are all 2-point assists. That's 50 points. 30 plus 20, that's 50 points. Magnolia only had 105, which means about half of the offense was, due to Mark Baroka and Gio Alalo.
Gio Alalo plus 14 in that game, and Mark Baroka plus 10. So efficient, just damaging. They just are able to go and get the job done. CJ Perez has us get a boost. CJ Perez working on out from practice in this match here. CJ kills for the three, no good.
Flow of San Miguel really not there just yet. Looks like they're really trying hard, but it's not their usual pace.
Same for Magnolia, you could say, because normally they get good looks in the way that they run the ball and force position. But then here it is San Miguel who are actually doing their job running. As Magnolia getting two. Jet Mendoza in the game for Magnolia, by the way. And Sangadan, the turn, no good. Ivan Aska control the rebound. Derko Cruz. Now Ivan Aska. CJ Perez back to Cruz. Cruz pulled the trigger, still no good. Both teams not shooting the ball well yet. It feels we're going to find out sooner rather than later who's going to get it.
Wow.
But Mark Baroka.
Just double wow. You see Mark Baroka making those plays look so easy. We all know it's not. What he just did was just a degree of difficulty, was just so hard. And he just made it look so easy. Again, against bigger defenders, pretty much always. He's not the biggest guy in the court.
He ran the floor knowing where the space was. Ivan Aska gives the lead back to San Miguel, 19-17.
Ooh. Almost a steal there by CJ Perez. But a nifty protection move as well by Mark Baroka.
There's also the foul to give here in San Miguel Beerman.
1.9 left in this first canto.
Right now, of course, we have Manilian coming in here for the first time for to San Miguel Beerman. Instant Gana with a desperation three. Not quite his range. And San Miguel will go to the second quarter with a 2-point lead after what has been a sluggish first quarter offensively for both these two. Let's see how they all respond in the second. We'll be right back.
Taste of feeling alive. 100 calories a night. Heavy feels alive. Just a happy hour. Get into the lifeline. Sun life.
here. Ivan Aska forcing him to pass. Gio Lalo pulls up for the shot, and Tyler Bay tried to get the miss rather. 3-on-3 action. CJ Perez. Now Ivan Aska. Still no good. He'll do it again, and he'll finish.
Good effort once again from Aska. On the other side, you had a big collision between Lapwood and Bay.
Well, that collision saw all of the big men of Magnolia come out of commission as Tyler Bay gets the finish.
What a dime there from Paul Lee. I hope we can watch that again. He threaded the needle on that one on the back door from Tyler Bay.
33-32, San Miguel up by 1. We'll be right back.
He also had 6 boards, so really good, output from Marcio Lassiter, always on a tear.
Doreen Suay Baguio with the report. Doreen? All right, so we'll hold on to the air here. We'll get Doreen later on. As Marcia Lassiter there on your screen has been a picture of consistency so far here in the conference. But we really have yet to see him get going from beyond the arc in this game in particular. But that can change very soon. As a fair turnover here coming from Marcio. Gio Halalon with the fake and the finish.
He is so good at doing that little fake shot of his with the step through and just throws off your rhythm. I mean, again, he's not the tallest guy by any stretch, but he still can manage to get those shots off. Quality shots, actually.
Chris Ross can't get the 3 to fall. Again, you gotta feel the team that finds their range from beyond the arc first might create some separation here. De La Rosa tried to do the same thing, but that time it's going to be a loose ball foul because as he lost the ball, he just careened towards Mo Gartua.
De La Rosa and Big Mo with a big collision there. Good, both of them are still okay. These are 2 big, strong, grown men. Aska already with 14 points in this ballgame.
Big points there, the only scorer in double digits here for the San Miguel Beermen. Mo Tautua comes in second with 7. He's still perfect from the field here, talking about Big Mo. Ivan Aska, the feed to CJ Perez. Perez going inside.
Whoa!
But then Lapot using every inch of his 7-foot frame. Gio Halalon.
He is just on a different level. I mean, athletically, he is so agile, so wily. He just manufactures shots out of nowhere.
Marshall Lassiter. Playing in and out here. Ivan Aska, easy bucket. And that was well worked here by the San Miguel Beermen, who at that point went on a little 1-3-1 setup.
Good little high-low action for the Beermen, finding Aska, who has now got 16 points, 5 boards. And we still got about 3:40 to go in this first half.
Gio Halalon felt the contact and just put that up, but then no whistle was blown. Marshall Lassiter, he'll pull up, and he still can get it to fall. Easily, not easy. I think his 0-3 right now, not the start that he envisioned.
You know, it happens. Obviously, he's a marked man. I mean, going 4 out of 5, I would imagine, especially with the great coaching staff that Coach Cheeto has, as well as Coach Cheeto himself, They just said, do not give him any easy looks.
Well, Paul Lee is, I believe he's limping a bit here, and Mark Baroka will come in to sub him out. He asked for a sub. And yeah, so we're going to have Doreen Soybaga check on that here, because right after that bump on Ivan Aska, as we're going to see here, he will pull up. That is why.
Tweaked his ankle a little bit. Stepped right ankle, but it didn't stop him from shooting. He said, okay, I'm done. I got my points. Let me sit down.
38-35, we'll be right back. Live in HD anytime, anywhere, and in any device around the world. Get to also watch a deep archive of PBA content and the current or previous conferences on demand or in full game highlights. Download the app by Google Play or the App Store, or watch by PhilippineSlive.com. Register now for free. 38-35, 2:59 left here in the first half, and it has been a low-scoring affair between these two, but still engaging and intriguing.
Well, they've got more points than the first, quarter thus far, but really, like I said, it's low scoring, just 17-19 after the end of the first.
Gio Halalo comes away with this one, and now it's Tyler Bay. Slows things down here. Chris Ross in front of Gio Halalo, hands off Tyler Bay as more movement happening here for Magnolia. Mark Baroka up top. Halalo's turn here, using stagger screen, gives it to Mark Baroka, and good defense so far from San Miguel Beermen, ended by that particular out of bounds.
I actually think Marshall could have grabbed that rebound, but he just wanted to say, hey, Gio, go ahead. go waste your energy.
He wants to conserve his effort. CJ Perez going inside, and is a typical acrobatic finish, but doesn't end up being two. And Tyler Bay with a monster slam.
Look at the quickness, the agility of Gio Halano. Does a sidestep to get around his defender, dishes it off to Tyler Bay, who throws it down with authority.
30-second timeout here as the Magnolia fans at Bill Sports Arena all enjoying this slam all the way from Manila Bay.
And beyond. Look at that once again. Right after he dished off that beautiful pass, gave a nice little wink to, I think, his agent, Danny Espiritu, and said, hey, let's get a contract extension. No, just kidding.
5-point lead here for Magnolia, and that's due to 30-second timeout from San Miguel.
Tyler Bay starting to really heat up. Got 15 points now. 6 out of 9 from the field. And he's doing some really good things all around. 8 boards. Got a steal. He's hard to work.
He's been doing it all here for the Magnolia People out of hot shots, and one of the big reasons why they have been so good at this conference. Marshall Lassiter. Now Chris Ross trying to swing things around. Lassiter on the attack, finding Ross again. To find to Aska. Aska attacking Lapot will go to the line to shoot two.
This big burly Lapwood just kind of fell upon Aska. Aska couldn't do much about it.
Lapot, of course, apologizing immediately, saying that he should have just kept his hands up instead of jumping.
They had a nice block earlier. James Lockwood, also a guy, like you mentioned, just ever improving. Again, as long as he just keeps going in that direction, stays healthy. Imagine once they get back to Beast and all these other guys and they're up to full health, man, they're going to be even deeper and better, and he won't have as much pressure.
It's Commissioner Willie Marshall, joined by Hotel Francis Chua. So Senator Bongo all enjoying the action here. And Mark Baroka, it just goes about his work as efficiently as possible. And it feels like he has been one of the key difference makers here as to why Magnolia being 42-37.
Baroka, not a lot of points, but quality points. They're all like the hard points. When all else fails, you go to Mark Baroka.
Marshall Lassiter with 4 points in this game after draining that 2. 42-39 here, just one possession ball game. Rose de la Rosa, 10 seconds on the shot clock to work with on the attack, finding Laport, but then that time, ball pops up like a cork. CJ Perez sending that away, and a timeout will be called here. 30-second timeout from Magnolia, so they're going to draw something up. And we'll hold on to this one. I believe our Doreen Soy Baguio is getting ready to join us in just a few. And here she is right now. Doreen, take it away.
Paulo and Vince, I checked on Paulie earlier. He was limping. He needed to be assisted walking back to the Magnolia dugout. Initial diagnosis is right ankle sprain. After he stepped on Ivan's foot late in this quarter, minamassage lang yung paa niya right now, trying to release the pain. But whether he's playing or not in the second half is still in question. I'll update you guys once I know more.
Thank you very much. That was Doreen Soy Baguio with that report. Of course, going back into the locker room, as seen there, and that twist of the ankle after bumping into Aska, obviously accidental, but then Magnolia will want Paul Lee to come back sooner rather than later because health has been one of the key reasons why they've been doing so well. Only one injury in Calvin Abueva, and everyone else has been relatively healthy.
Yeah, well, a guy like Paul Lee, you just want him around because of his veteran leadership, yes, and his ultra malayo outside bombs. He really spreads out the defenses.
Short shot clock here. Rome de la Rosa, no good as CJ Perez comes away with a rebound. CJ. Tyler Bay right in front of him. Ivan Aska trying to get into position here. Chris Ross up top. Back to CJ Perez. Ross. CJ beyond the outstretched hands of Bay. No good.
Pretty good shot. I mean, he was open. He just didn't make it.
3-point lead.
That would have been a big one, too. I would have tied it up.
Around a second difference between shot and game clock. Gio Halalon on the attack. Working on Moto Tua. The feed to Bay.
How pretty was that once again? Halalon dishing it off to Tyler Bay, who snuck it in backdoor. Two-hand reverse. And it was pretty.
And that two-hand reverse is the reason why we go into the third quarter with a 44-39 lead for the Magnolia Chickenladas hot shot. Gio Halalon, the creator, finding Tyler Bay for the reverse. And Magnolia have been rolling here at the end of the third to go into the halftime break with the lead. Don't go away. We'll be right back with some analysis. In the third quarter, we're concerned.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Chris Newsom from the Morocco Bolts. Catch all the PBA hardcore action live and in high definition only here on PBA Rush. This is the PBA. I'm Lava.
tough times getting other shots manufactured. You might as well go straight to the free throw line, get those fouls from the other players from Magnolia, get them in foul trouble as well. 17-6 bench point, or 17-8 bench points, on the side of Magnolia as well.
If you take a look at those numbers here in terms of leading scorers, I think it's fair to say, Vince, that the local scorers have yet to really come out and support their imports who have been lighting it up.
Yeah, I mean, not great scoring from the locals thus far, but, if you look at Gio, I mean, he's got 6 points, yes, but he has 4 assists, so he's really helping out. And Mark Roca as well, only 4 points, but he's got 3 assists.
Ito na, magbabalik ang Pinoy Classic Superheroes sa darating ng December 25 na may bagong mukha at kwento para sa makabagong henerasyon. Mapapanood nyo ang pinaka-astig na action-adventure family movie, ang Benduko. This film is an official entry to 2023 Metro Manila Film Festival starring Mateo Guticelli, Heidi Sosa, John Arcilla, Albert Martinez, directed by an award-winning director, Jason Paul Samada. 44-39 is the count here, going into the third quarter after Magnolia outscored the San Miguel Beermen 27-20 in quarter number 2.
Nice little side note as well. Motal Tua 7 points, but he also has 3 assists, so he's really doing what he can to help with the offensive burden of trying to really get, team points, not necessarily one guy all of the points.
Key point here for the San Miguel Beermen is that they kept Magnolia's points of turnovers down. You take a look at the points of turnovers conceded here. They only conceded 9 points from turnovers in this game so far, and they average around 24 per game, number 1 in the league, as Motal Tua gets the N1 opportunity.
A very good drive there, and dish off by Jericho Cruz. Spots Big Mo, who goes up, gets a little bit of contact, and is able to put it down. So a good start for San Miguel to open up the second half.
Now remember, the question we wanted to ask is which local performer could come out big here in the second half. Now, if you're a San Miguel, you're looking at how Magnolia has been playing the second halves of all of their games so far, and my goodness, Magnolia are a different team in the third and fourth quarters of games.
That killer third quarter of theirs. Speaking of killers, Paul Lee, the silent assassin, is back as well. Back from quick, probable retape in the locker room on that right ankle of his.
Talking about quick, Mark Baroka, quickest to the cup.
Ultra quick. Yep. You gotta remember, the guy is not 21 anymore, but he's still looking as fit and fiddle as ever.
Ivan Aska just dumping into the ring.
Aska now bursts into 20-point range. Good numbers from him, like I said. Got 5 boards, 2 steals, and 20 points.
Just a 2-point lead here for Magnolia after what was a good second quarter for them. CJ Perez comes out with the steal and the possession. And of course, Mark Baroka complaining in front, still offline from beyond the arc. 3-point shooting, not great for both these teams here so far this year.
Yes, but both these teams have the tools to get it done. It's just a matter of which one will.
Motal Tua, good defensive stop there from San Miguel. Jericho Cruz will try to get a 3 to fall, and that is in and out.
Almost. I mean, that was like 80% down. It just popped out.
San Miguel in the halftime break after the first 2 quarters are shooting 7.7% from beyond the arc. That is 1 of 13.
That's called ouch. Not a very good percentage.
But they are still
got a mismatch
2
here.
points away, and the mismatch there, Chris Ross with the foul.
He knew he was going against a behemoth in Lapwood. Just probably got around 10 inches on him in height.
To Paul Lee. Paul Lee, a bit of space, pull-up jumper all the time in the world. Lapwood, second chance opportunity. Will go to the line and shoot 2.
Bumped right on the wrist. I think Motal Tua caught a little bit of a lull in the energy level from both teams, expecting both of them to really pick it up. But it looks like they've been sizing them up for quite the whole game.
It feels like at the moment they're both simmering, and it's a race to figure out who comes to a boil first. 47-44. with Lapot on the line to try to extend the lead. Our Doreen Choi Baga to support. Doreen, take it away.
Paolo and Vince, you guys might have noticed that Paulie is back here in the third quarter, and it's because at halftime, sabi ni Paul sa coaches, susubukan daw bumalik dito early in the third, pero pag sumakit, hindi niya daw ipipilit. But talking about Magnolia's performance in the first half, Coach Chica's main concern is that they gave up 16 free throws and had 0 second chance points, and Coach says that that is not the Magnolia's way of playing. That's something they need to address here in the second half. On the side of in fast break points for Magnolia, they're also anticipating that Gio Halalon, Mark Maroca, and Polly will erupt here in the third quarter, and that is what they're hoping to limit here early in the third quarter. Back to you guys.
Thanks very much.
Wow.
Doreen Choi Baga back and forth. James Lapot getting active here in the third.
I mean, Doreen, that wasn't just a report. That was pretty much the entire game. That was quite a comprehensive look at really what they're trying to do is get other guys involved. I mean, you can't just have Mark and Gio do everything, and that's what they did right there with James Lapot. Now, going back to Paul Lee, basically they're just testing it out.
Yeah.
It's just testing. If it feels good, keep going. If it hurts, have a seat.
You know, just to go back on Doreen's report, she did mention that Magnolia needs to produce more second chance points, needs to fight more, basically for each possession. And you gotta feel like Lapot is probably one of the guys targeted there because of the effort he just showed us in the past few possessions.
Correct. From 6-0, now it's 6-2.
CJ Perez finding Ross in the corner. Finally getting another three-pointer for the San Miguel Beermen.
Again, a different kind of pressure being put on the San Miguel team. I mean, guys that don't necessarily have to make threes, but they're usually like second or third fiddle even. Guys like Ross and Jericho Cruz now are kind of forced into that role because Bulanadi and Marshall aren't really draining those threes like they usually do.
Oh, we got to give tribute again to James Lapot because he just extended the possession and now going in line to shoot two. Now in that first quarter, James Lapot with the number 42 did not have a single offensive rebound, has a couple here already. Download the Philippines Live and get free 7-day premium access. Enjoy NBA, PBA, UAAP, and PBL, along with highlight updates and original programs. As Lapot extends his good third quarter here.
Got a little pep in his step as well.
Great find there from Cruz to Motautua. Motautua has been losing that battle inside here, at least early on in the third quarter. And a lot can still change though.
Motautua asking for a foul on that initial shot of his. Oh, that was a lazy pass there from Ross to Perez, and Bay with those long arms was right there.
Well, right now, the Magnolia Chicken hot shots, not necessarily shooting the ball well, but then their effort has been the difference here so far, as Ross makes up for that miscue by Kate getting the ball back.
Quickly things change.
Motautua.
Oh,
Just too strong. Looked like a good light from our point of
it
view.
was straight. I think the window was just a little breeze coming in.
Mark Maroca, he'll try. Can't get that to go. Lapot again with another offensive rebound.
With a sidestep. Oh! Give credit to the big man.
James Lapot. When he came into the league, he called himself the project. And now he is the X Factor here in quarter number 3.
Go ahead, big fella. I see you.
55-47. James Lapot putting on the show. We'll be right back.
Red Horse Beer.
fight, all of a sudden, San Miguel, in just a minute or so, had trimmed the lead to just one, courtesy of precision points and timely three-pointers.
Well, let's see if this timeout will really turn things around for them. They got some bona fide leaders on the court. Let's see if they can, help them turn that corner.
Paul Lee. Double team. Oti Brondial comes away with it.
The Beermen definitely coming the ball out tonight.
This is a far cry from what we saw against the Northport Batanguer, where they were just buried under an avalanche of three-pointers. Marshall Lassiter open in the corner. And in a day where Marshall suddenly couldn't find a three-pointer, until then,
Partner, 0 out of 4 was Marshall Lassiter until that last shot. Now he's 1 out of 5. After going 4 out of 5 in the last game, he's frustrated, but that last shot, I'm sure, gave him a lot of confidence.
He's got to feel really good after that. So let's see if that can propel him even further. 2-point lead now for San Miguel. Paul Lee can't answer back.
You gotta wonder if that ankle is helping him or hurting him, I guess you could say, not get pushing off just the same. His last couple shots have been short.
Sergio Cruz. Now to Chris Ross. Chris Ross with his drive, hands it back to Cruz. Cruz will try a three and make it.
The shots are open now, and they're falling for the Beerman. Let's see, could this be the Beerman night? Remember, Magnolia undefeated. Will this be the night?
Ian Sangalab, hands off to Mark Baroka. He'll try a three. He can't answer back. And Tyler Bay trying to extend in possession, unable to do so. Abu Frater Gio Halalo had to check in. As Coach Chito Bicolero looking for answers here, because guys like Jaden Cruz and Marshall Lassiter are now draining triples.
You're waxing hot. Paul Lee goes to the bench, and immediately they're asking him about his ankle. Yeah, I think a lot changed when James Lapwood went out of the game. You mentioned that a while ago off cam, but I think it really did. He was providing a spark. See if we can get him back in.
Aska working on Abu Tratter. Jaden Cruz thought about it, pulls up, has to. That time, no. Better defense here from Magnolia. It's still scary time for the team in blue. Bay, a bit quiet here this quarter. Handing it off to Mark Baroka, now Gio Halalo. Gio, into Galap, dives inside, easy two.
That's what they do. They run that pick and roll to perfection, and that time it was just about great execution. Wonderful pass from Gio Halalo to San Galap.
Another look at that there at Ian Sangalag. And just mastered that alongside Gio Halalo, the two-man game there. No help defense, nothing. But at the moment, it's still a three-point lead here in favor of San Miguel Beermen. 30-second timeout, so we'll hold on to the air here. But then with the San Miguel Beermen finding a bit of rhythm here, you gotta ask right now, if you're Magnolia, how do you slow them down? They had a great defensive stop last time around, but need to do it more consistently.
It's just not an easy thing, especially when they start making those shots. Remember, Marshall Lassiter is usually their guy who opens things up, and now they got Marshall and Jericho Cruz making those shots. So you gotta wonder, did Magnolia maybe underestimate the fact that San Miguel has not been playing great basketball as of late? Lost to Northport by 14 big points, and their three-point shooting wasn't very good.
Dorit Sway Balgas is a fourth. Dorit.
Paul and Vince, you guys have been wondering kanina pa if Marshall Lassiter is playing 100% in this game, and the answer is no, not really. He says that he's getting there, but the struggle is still there, playing through his injury for 4 games now. Marshall says that when he's out there, the adrenaline kind of makes him forget that he has an injury, but it has just been a mental game for him, fighting through that injury to hold the fort while the rest of his teammates are still recovering. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. Dorit Sway Balgas with that report. So Marshall Lassiter not 100%. As Ian Sangalam drives in for two. Well, back on Marshall Lassiter here, Marshall was shooting the ball very well the past few days, and the past few game days rather. Not the same thing this time around, though, and you have to feel that if he was fully healthy, maybe the jumper might feel a little bit easier later on.
That is true, and you know, when your legs are feeling good and your body in general, I mean, the shots just are a little easier to put down. But I like what Coach Chito has done. He's playing his two defensive juggernauts, Alalo and Baroka, together, but that time it didn't matter. Get an easy layup from Brunjel.
Halalon, now giving to Sangalam. Halalon gets it back. Marshall Lasser right in front of him. He gets through using that two-man game again. And despite being under duress, Halalon finishes.
All that contact. Little guys like that aren't supposed to be making those shots, but Gio making it look easy.
Ross. Aska working on Abu Trotter. The turnaround, no good. It's a 1-point lead here for San Miguel. Magnolia with a chance to take the lead. Halalo. Tyler Bay. Almost a turnover there. And running into it, Tyler Bay with the flex.
What an athlete. Just so long and able to keep his concentration and make that shot despite all of this collision. Look at that. Took a shot there. Puts it down. And that helps his team. Obviously, San Miguel's been on a run.
Now Magnolia have been on the run of their own here. And Bay completes the opportunity. And CJ Perez now in for the San Miguel Beermen for first time here in the third. And CJ Perez, he is instant offense once given the opportunity. Pagbiat. Working on Sangalam here. Marshall Lassiter attacking. Letting it go.
He can not only make those long threes, he can put it on the floor as well. We talked about him being able to finish, but we never mentioned until now that mid-range. Nice little floater.
Again, Marshall Lassiter, not just the three-point shooter, and you got San Miguel now operating in a zone. How will Magnolia try and break this up? And it will be a loose ball foul on Roti Bronzial trying to contain Tyler Bay.
Away from the ball there. They will get Rodney, just one of the nicest guys if you ever talk to him, but he is a load on the court. Plays very strong and rugged.
Well, and you know, you just felt Coach George Gallen's frustration with that angle that we just showed a while ago. Because it was just a tight ball game, and now Bay gets the lead back to Magnolia. Jacobisi coming in here, adding a bit more range to this Magnolia team. You know, it feels like we talked about it a while ago that when James Lapot did come off, that San Miguel did find a way to answer back, but now Magnolia finding an even keel once again.
Much to the credit with the efforts of Tyler Bay, now with 21 points and 12 boards for him.
Aska cannot get that, and Gio Halado makes sure that falls to Ahanisi. Halado gets it back. Marshall Lassiter turns to face him. Ahanisi swinging it now to Bay. And you gotta feel that Ahanisi being in the ball game is a result of the zone.
Good rebound there by Rodney Brunjel. That's what he does.
CJ Perez on the attack, the side step, and it doesn't fall in.
Looked like somebody might have touched the net, which should have been a offensive goaltending or goaltending, whoever touched it.
So I believe they are going to review it. They are going to review it here, whether or not it was a goaltend. But either way, Gio Lalo comes away with a quick two. So far, a 4-point lead for Magnolia. CJ Perez dictating the offense here. CJ, Ivan Aska on the run, on the attack. He throws that in.
Aska working hard once again. We look at this replay once again of Ivan going hard. This is the play earlier that's a little bit in question. Does someone hit the net? Who was it? I think that was Rodney.
Yeah, that was Rodney who hit it.
So I don't think they're going to say that's goaltending. So,
Well, either way, it is just a 2-point ball game after Ivan Aska threw in 2 points. And I say throw away because his shot literally looked like he literally threw the ball to the rim. Oh, this is out there. Still a 2-point lead. Magnolia with less than a minute left to play here in the third quarter. Gio Halalo calling the shots here. San Miguel back to a man-to-man defense. Ahad Misi trying to get free of Marshall Laster. Oh, Chris Ross takes the lazy pass. CJ Perez trying to find Brundial. 17 seconds.
great anticipation by Chris Ross to get that steal.
CJ Perez trying to move the offense around here. CJ attacks. Junicio still no good. Abu Tratter couldn't save it. The ball will stay with the white shirts.
CJ Perez getting the shots he wants. They're just not dropping.
Rome de la Rosa set to come in here. Abu Tratter to check out. Two-point game. San Miguel with the inbound. Marshall Lassiter with 12 seconds on the shot clock here. Just a 4-second difference between shot and game clock. CJ attacking Junicio again. The acrobatic pass finds Brundial and a chance for 2.
You know, the wiliness of CJ Perez. I mean, he can get by pretty much anybody one-on-one. I mean, there's really nobody who can stop him. And once he does, he's got so many options. And that time he elects to pass off to an open Rodney Brundial, who gets fouled. Let's see if these throws will go in for him. Maybe tie up the ball game.
Gets the first of 2. Again, Rodney Brundial, especially during the PBA on tour, found a bit of playing time. As you see Jumar Fajardo on the bench. Normally when you don't see him in uniform, he's fishing. So it's great to see him here at the venue and supporting S&B.
He's either fishing or lifting weights.
Yeah, either or. Brundial, this is the second free throw. This is a 1-point lead still for Magnolia. Chance here to make it a 2-possession game. But Halalon couldn't finish the drive, and CJ Perez couldn't get anything else as well. 1-point lead for Magnolia here at the end of 3 quarters. And the San Miguel Beermen are out for a battle to try and tackle their first loss in many months. So go away, we'll be right back.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Chris Newsom from the Morocco Bolts. Catch all the PBA hardcourt action live.
with the blonde tips, and he kept it all up until now.
Well, he's 6'10" and about 300. You can do whatever you want to do, big boy. I ain't saying nothing.
Gio Alalo with the drive, trying to find Laput, and Laput will go to line and shoot too. Let's see if Laput can make a difference here, like he did at the start of the third quarter.
Well, if he gets amazing passes like that coming from like Gio Halalon, who is so athletic. Can I just say that once again? He turned the corner right here from the right flank and just took off like a jet. Got inside, took the defense and said, hey, guess what? This is a pass off. I mean, if you don't respect his shot, he'll shoot it. But if you do, pass it off.
Or a lot of people still here enjoying the PBA on live here in the Phil Sports Arena. 69-67 in favor, or rather 70-67 in favor of Magnolia. And James Laput gets a couple to fall. CJ Perez. Cracking double team there. Marshall Lasser. Now Ivan Aska. A bit of a mismatch here, and that'll be a foul on, I don't know if it's either going to be on Rome de la Rosa or on James Laput. James Laput.
Oh, that's 4. That's a big call right there.
Let's take a look at that here. There may have been a bump from Laput in this occasion. So he says he had his hands up.
It's borderline. And yeah, I'm a Madonna fan. But that is a borderline call. I think you got the right.
Yes, I did. I just didn't know how to reply to that reference properly. But either way, Ivan Aska on the line to shoot 2, and Laput right now sitting on 4 fouls. You gotta wonder if he stays on the floor, will San Miguel decide to attack him more and more?
Well, if I'm San Miguel, I will, because you got your big guy who made a tremendous difference when he was on the court, I think, in the third quarter, but succeedingly taken out. But if you can take him out with a 5th foul with a lot of time in the 4th, that'll really, really put the strap on him.
Laput, hand off to Bay. Bay with a bit of space. No good.
That would have been a big shot for him, obviously. Put him up on top.
CJ Perez. Moving the ball around here. Lassiter, mismatch. Motal Tua, wait a spin.
There's something about that area of the court. It's just meant for spins. We had De La Rosa do one earlier, and that time it was big Motal Tua to do his Pebbles version.
Of course, Motal Tua. Also, one of the guys expected to step up, and he has done here in the absence of Jumar Fajardo. Ivan Aska. Ross.
Nice pass.
Motal Tua again. Mo trying to get free, and the ball will stay with the white shirts here.
Oh. Mo grabbing that shoulder.
But that looks dislocated.
Yep, it does. That hurts a lot. I had that before.
Yeah, I am. Apologies to all of our viewers here who had to see that, but then that looks like a dislocated shoulder, at least from our point of view.
Yeah.
Our Doritzway Baguio will go and check on that in just a bit. But then for a San Miguel team already saddled with so many injuries, you have to wonder who's the next man up here as they take a look at Motal Tua. You're going to see it here. That shoulder.
Watch his right shoulder. It looked like he just ran into. Because of the slap down by Bay. That hurts. That hurts a lot. I came from a tremendously painful shoulder injury before, where I, fractured it and tore it and all kinds of this and that. They say the shoulders are like the most painful types of injuries to come back from. It hurts.
Yeah, and also you have to hope that the dislocation isn't bad, that any structural damage has happened. For those who remember, actually, I think one of the more recent, impactful shoulder dislocations we've seen here in the PBA was actually Paul Lee a couple of seasons ago,
Yeah.
where it affected his shooting for a long time.
Let's just pray that Mo is okay and nothing permanent. Or okay, well, looks like he's gonna stay in the game.
He's gonna stay in the game. He got a bit of magic spray.
Tough as this guy.
Can I just say, so you have that liniment on your shoulder. Now, if you just put your shoulder into someone's face,
face is gonna be on fire.
Marshall Lassiter trying to get free. Great defense, and CJ Perez gets free. I believe they're going to check it.
Yep. Okay, let's see.
They are going to check it here to see if CJ Perez got that off on time. That was very close, at least in real time. So shot clock violation there.
So after review,
A quick review there.
yeah,
Kudos to our officiating team for spotting that quickly.
it's so much easier in these past years because the light turns on around the blackboard, so you can really tell when there's no time left.
Wasn't there lights during your time?
It's a different story.
And Tyler Bay gets the N1 opportunity. 72 to 70.
Well, you know, Paolo, I played with your dad, so it was a real long time ago.
You know, as we take a look at this, Bay with the finish here right in front of Mo Taltua. So yeah, absolutely. It was a while back. He used to tell me there was a rule that to shoot 2 free throws, you have to make the first one before you can take the second.
Yeah,
This is
one,
college days.
one and one.
Yeah, make one, take one.
Yeah, which is the way I think it should be. Because right now it's just everything's a 2.
Marshall Lassiter pulls up. No good still. Not the ideal shooting night here for Marshall Lassiter. All right, so far we got a report here from Doreen Choi Baguio, who came by and gave us a slip of paper saying that it was not a dislocated shoulder because he was able to raise his arms, which is a key there in terms of being able to see if you have that range of motion.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Doreen Choi Baguio, for that written report. As Napot goes inside.
Big boy James.
How big has he been in the second half?
Just lording it over inside. Magnolia has not really had a dominating big man like this in recent memory, and you know, again, as he develops, he gets better and better. I mean, that's just another weapon for them to utilize.
75-70. We'll be right back.
Gusto niyo na saya?
Home Wi-Fi sa bahay, ngayong maaasahan, mahilig kasiyahan, panalo ang pamilya, pagtodo.
In this game in particular, despite short-handed San Miguel team still being able to match up well with Magnolia.
Well, the project has got 13 and 7. He's doing really good. Let's see if he can help spur his team on to victory, higher heights.
Cruz playing with Aska. Aska could not dump that in. Janisha comes away with a rebound, and Magnolia will go the other way. How do Magnolia respond? Janisha
Wide open, actually, almost like a layup line.
7-point lead for Magnolia. San Miguel looking for answers here. Where will they find it? Jericho Cruz, Ross, now CJ Perez attacking Tyler Bay, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Again, because he's such a great athlete, CJ Perez really made something out of nothing. But I really felt that so many guys were converging. You got to kick that out to somebody. Somebody's open if 4 guys are on you.
CJ Perez will have a chance to shoot 2. Now, for those wondering why the San Miguel Beermen typically get high free throw counts, it's because of the way that they just attack the rim like CJ Perez just did.
You know, you got to picture in your mind, I mean, use your imagination a little bit. If Junmar's there, those lanes are a lot more open for guys like CJ because the help can't come. Because if you try to help against the guy guarding Junmar, I mean Junmar's wide open, and you don't want that because that's an automatic 2 points within about 5-8 feet.
Tyler Bay, great find to Laput again. Laput battling, we go to the line to shoot 2.
Laput, telling you, man, this guy is playing basketball on such a high level. He's got possibility of getting to 15 and 7. He can make these free throws, but both of us have noticed when he is in the game, seemingly good things happen for the blue shirts.
And Laput with a soft touch gets the first free throw to fall. CJ Perez has not had a great game by his very high standards. 1 of 12 from the field.
0 out of 5 from three-point land as well. Again, but you got to give credit always. The blue shirts really push you out of your comfort zone. That's their specialty in the house.
Well, they asked for more second chance points here in the second half. And there's another opportunity here as Gio Halalo will go down with travel.
Ran into a brick wall there, did Gio. He's grabbing the back of his head.
Trying to ask him and slipped.
Then he hit the knee of CJ Perez as well. So he got a double whammy.
And what I like is that Gio Halalo, his head hit the knee of CJ Perez, and Gio still apologized to CJ.
Sorry for your knee.
Sorry for the knee, which I hit with my face. As Brondial gets that in.
So pick and roll action. Slip pass by Jericho Cruz.
Gio Halalo now to Laput. Laput being the playmakers this time to De La Rosa. And De La Rosa will line to shoot 2, or at least they're debating whether or not that was a shot.
I think it definitely was a shot. Look at this nice little UCLA cut back door.
Yeah, definitely a shot there.
Yeah. And Rodney says, I didn't touch him.
Or I believe they might be checking for the goal, a possible goaltend maybe? Maybe touching the net? I don't know, we'll see.
Perhaps. So if...
So 2 free throws here, just 2 free throws.
Okay, so, yes. So they do not call the goaltending as we look at Jorge. It's George Gallant, but his name is, anyways.
Coach George Gallant there. Not happy with that. Chance here for Magnolia to extend the lead to 6 again, but not have himself for 5. Center ball presence here at the Phil Sports Arena.
The pride of Davao and Samoa. Beautiful place.
De La Rosa will try to get this one down.
Slightly biased.
Gets the split here to push the lead to 79-74.
All right, I think it's time you Aska. Do your thing, man. We need you right now.
And you also have to wonder, can CJ Perez break out of a slump at the proper time? From Diaz, great sidestep, but the finish not quite there. Chris Ross asking for a foul, but not getting it. Tyler Bay, a bit too ambitious there. CJ Perez can't finish.
And they're saying that CJ got fouled on the shot on the alley-oop attempt.
Chris Ross upset. saying that he did not foul Bay, but Bay will go to the line and shoot two. Now, you saw a while ago from the San Miguel bench, a lot of people complaining didn't get a call, but this was called. Take a little swipe here.
Looked like a lot of ball there.
But was there enough arm, or did they get arm too? The referee saw it one way. I don't believe Coach George has used a challenge yet.
You're right. They haven't. I don't think either team has yet. Maybe they forgot about it. It's probably a good time to use it. Maybe a good time to use it on one of these calls if they feel confident about it.
Bay gets that to fall. Now Magnolia starting to pull away here, but the way that they've been doing it, it feels like it's a long, drawn-out process and not really a quick run. Cruz, now to CJ Perez, looking for a pick from Brondial. He'll reject the pick and try to find Brondial. And not a great game so far from CJ Perez. Baroka, pull up, no good. Aska has it. Jericho Cruz attacking Halalon, and he gets at the ball.
That's a pretty good play there by Jericho, and a nice steal once again from the thief, Chris Ross.
And CJ Perez just having one of those days.
Everything but the shot dropping for CJ today. He's had so many of those within like a foot or two, practically layups. It's just not falling for the guy. You know he's frustrated.
Another look at this here. Again, it's CJ Perez on the attack. He gets as close as he always gets. But the ball just refusing to go down today.
Like there's a lid on top of the rim right there.
You know, if you're San Miguel and you're seeing the struggles of a CJ Perez, as Chris Ross there, you saw the replay of his fouls. CJ Perez is having a very bad shooting day, but still it is only an 81-76 lead for Magnolia. And a moment of concern here is Tyler Bay still on the ground. He was holding on to his knee after a collision here with Chris Ross, after Chris Ross got the steal.
Partner. I'm going back to Paris. Sorry about that. As we see Bay standing up, he's walking. He looks to be okay, but CJ Paris, 31 minutes, 1 out of 14 from the field. I mean, that is just not him. 0 out of 5 from three-point land, 1 out of 9 from 2. He's 2 out of 2 from free throws.
Yeah.
It's just not his day. Those days happen. There's some days you can't make anything, and there's other days you can't miss.
Yeah.
You just want to have more of those can't miss days, obviously, but you got to feel for CJ. Again, he's such a quality player, and 4 points to his name, and he's just burns. These are those days. What can you do? Pray. That's a good one. It's Sunday, so you might as well. Right?
Well, CJ Perez will go to the bench here in favor of Marshall Lassiter, who has been scoring well here, despite him not shooting the ball well from beyond the arc. Talking about Marshall Lassiter. So let's see if that can make a change here. As Gio Halalon gets to the fall. 82-76. Doreen Baguio has to support Doreen.
Colin Vince and Gio Halalon's 8 years in Magnolia has only experienced one championship with his team. That was in 2018 Governor's Cup. Since then, he has been with Magnolia in every conference. He got close but would fall short of getting the title back. Kwento nga ni Gio, he and Mark would always what they're holding on to. At this conference, they try to get close again and hopefully take it all the way. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. I was Doreen Baguio with that report on Gio Halalon. And yes, the winning feels addicting. And they want more of it. And Gio could not throw in the three to answer the back end. Sanggalang is there. Can't get it to fall.
A lot of muscles being flexed there underneath the basket. Let's see. San Miguel just down by 3.
Well, Jericho Cruz has quietly been chugging along here from beyond the arc. Ross, not that time.
That was so online. It was just like a millimeter short.
82-79, 3-point lead for Magnolia. Against a San Miguel team who has been struggling shooting the ball today. Gio Halalon working with Ian Sanggalang in this pick and roll. Gio attacking. Working on Brondial. Sangalang, no, but Bay is there.
Not showing any ill effects whatsoever of that knee strain he had a while ago. But going back to those three-point shooting of San Miguel, their woes 6 out of 26, 22%. Some bad news though for San Miguel. I'm looking at Paul Lee getting his ankle iced. So I guess he's done for the day.
Marshall Lassiter still not able to find his groove here. As you're right, the no Paul Lee all iced up now with the shoes off. When the shoes come off and never coming back on, usually.
Usually, once you're iced, you're iced. What a nice rebound there from Marshall. But as under performing as they are from three-point land, they're still only down by 5 points.
That's just how talented the San Miguel team is. Offensively not working out, but still fighting here. Giolano to Tyler Bay. Tyler Bay forces the timeout after going on a run. That sequence had Magnolia written all over it.
Good defense leads to great offense. Nice unselfish pass there by Gio, and Tyler Bay will not be denied from there.
Mark Baroka. He's getting everything he wants in this game so far. Lapot throws it up, no good.
Good defense there by Asca. San Miguel's got to get something going. 8 points.
Chris
There
Ross
you go.
with a crucial triple.
That was clutch as well. This is where you separate the men from the boys in the last 2 minutes.
5-point lead, and this keeps San Miguel firmly in the game. Just a 5-point advance for Magnolia with 1:54 left in the fourth. Chris Ross brings that three-pointer. There was a time where you would leave him alone.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
He wouldn't even shoot it. He didn't want to shoot it. He didn't have the confidence. But now, as you get older, you realize, you got to find ways to make the good things happen. If they're going to make you expose or get you exposed on maybe your weakness, turn your weakness into your strength. That's exactly what Chris Ross did there.
You also have to pay tribute here to Jericho Cruz, who has been plugging away and one of the more consistent locals here today on a day wherein guys like CJ Perez and Marshall Lasker have not been performing offensively to the way that they normally do.
Yep, Jericho Cruz really stepping up today. 25 minutes of action for him. 13 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. Chris Ross with that 3. He's got 7 points now with 5 assists. Lassiter with 9 and 6 boards. Aska 27 and 6. And Brangel with 9 points and 3 boards. On the side of Magnolia, 10 points for Baroka, 14 for Lapwood to go with his 7 rebounds, and Tyler Bay, wow, 31 points, 20 boards.
Incredible performances here so far, but can they get more? Taking a look at Ivan Aska, he finished the first 2 quarters with 18 points, so a bit of a slowdown here offensively compared to what Bay has been doing.
I think they kind of went away from him a little bit. I mean, in the early goings, he was taking a lot of shots. But in the second half, it's been less. I think they've actually gone away from him just a tad.
So Laport will go back to the bench here as Jed Mendoza, who has won championships at the 3x3 level, has entered the game here for Magnolia. He is a known shooter. They go small here, talking about this Magnolia team. Let's see how it pays off. Halalo working on CJ Perez. Tyler Bay comes up to get this. 1-on-1 with Aska. Aska with the tip. And it'll be 10 seconds to play with in this possession.
Not a lot of time, considering they have to take it out in the backcourt. So almost 3/4 court and get a quality shot off.
Again, play very small here. Talk about Magnolia. Let's see how this works out.
There's a review on who exactly tipped it out. So we'll go back to Magnolia, of course.
Yeah, the review's triggered by the last 2 minutes of this game. CJ Perez is still in the game, rather reinserted into the game here. Of course, Coach George Gallant still having faith in CJ Perez despite the struggles here. Halalo over CJ Perez! No! And Cruz comes away with us here.
Hey, we got ourselves a ball game. Minute 30 left.
Size advantage to Miguel. Can they take charge here? Cruz again! No! Bay bothered, but then getting it here. Gotta get across the halfway point.
Almost.
Barely got that through. Chris Ross upset. De La Rosa left open. Baroka. Pull up. Not that time. Still kept alive. And San Miguel refused to go away. CJ Perez. Marshall. CJ again. No. But San Miguel keep it. CJ. He's still confident. To Cruz. Cruz. Yes.
San Miguel just wheeling that ball in. Somehow, some way, keep getting the ball back. And Jericho Cruz steps up, drops that 3, and guess what? They're only down by a single bucket. Let's look at it once again. Jericho calmly finds the bottom of the nylon from the right flank. San Miguel team is just going bananas right there. You can see Enciso and Tang there.
Just that entire sequence was incredible. As we take a look at the standings here, can San Miguel tap on the very first loss of Magnolia, who hold a 6-0 card?
This will be the question. We will find out in the next 33.6. That might shake a lot of things up if Magnolia doesn't pull this out. But for me, it's still really their ball game to lose. They have the ball. They have 33 seconds. They have the lead. If they can come down here and take care of business, turn this into a two-possession ball game, really put San Miguel into a tight spot. Let's see how they execute in this offensive set.
San Miguel are in the penalty here with a 2-point lead for Magnolia, 33.6, a full shot clock to play with for the Magnolia Chicken Nublados hot shots. Let's see what San Miguel do here. Jericho Cruz, how big has he been in a day wherein CJ Perez has not been able to provide offensively? As we take a look at the game reset here, still one full timeout here for San Miguel.
16 points for Jericho Cruz. Done it from a variety of areas, 3s and 2s and free throws. He's also got 5 boards, 4 assists.
So the San Miguel Beermen will have to try and create a lot of pressure here, as Magnolia will have to inbound from full court.
This is must-stop time right now for San Miguel.
CJ Perez working on Gio Halalon. Halalon looking for Bay. Bay open for a moment. Ball is loose. And that'll be a jump ball situation here.
Okay.
9 seconds on the shot clock as well. So if Magnolia keep it, that's the time that they have. And here's a situation wherein you gotta feel that Bay is probably gonna win this jump ball.
Unless there's a wet spot.
So now the question is, if you're a San Miguel player, how do you make sure you steal this tip? As we take a look at that again, bodies on the floor here. Ross actually gets it.
Bay was saying, hey, where's the foul? He jumped on top of me. So again, like you said, San Miguel going to try to get the steal.
Gio Halala. Take a look how active Gio Halala is. He's moving from place to place trying to get this.
Well, we all jockeying for position, especially Mark Baroka and Jericho Cruz on the other side there.
And the ball goes to Magnolia. Shot clock at 8. Mark Baroka counted. Aris Dionisio.
But they fouled. They fouled. They didn't need to foul right then. Uh-oh. They're in the penalty.
Will they challenge this? As Coach George Gallant is in the middle of the court.
He's not thrilled with the call at all. But the referee definitely blew the whistle. Let's see it once again. Aris Dionisio comes away with the goods. Gives it to Baroka, who hands it over. And yeah, it looked like Marshall just grabbed him.
So Coach George Gallant still having a conversation with the officials here. I believe they're going to check this with a coach's challenge.
It's a tough call. I mean, it looked like Marshall did extend that right hand out to try to get it.
Did he make contact? That's the question. So we're going to have to see it here.
Let's see it in the Super Slow-Mo. There's contact. I think it could be a foul. If not, and that would really, I mean, there's so many repercussions to either way. I mean, if there's no call, then what? Okay, does he make contact? Yes or no?
There it is.
Yeah, there's contact.
Clearly. So this should be a quick call here from our officials. So big free throws here coming for Aris Dionisio. Aris Dionisio will have to make 2 to make it a 2-possession ball game. Anything less, means that San Miguel can use a full timeout. Or rather, San Miguel will have the opportunity to take a tying bucket.
Coach George and company are still on the court.
As they are about to make a sub here. Trying to get Rondial in. So it'll be Aris Junicio taking this one. Aris Junicio for the conference has only taken 2 free throws here this conference and it's at 50%. So let's see how good he is.
Ooh.
Gets the first.
I think he said his prayers on that free throw. It hit front rim hard and then just kind of trickled over.
21-26, the free throw count here for Magnolia. Coach George Gallen still on the court here. As there's a lot of jostling here, and you gotta feel every moment is a high pressure one here for all the Magnolia fans.
So right now, not impossible. If he misses this, San Miguel can still go and hit a three. But Aris, for me, kind of iced it right there. Turns it into a 2-possession ball game with 10.6 to go. San Miguel is going to have to make good on 2 attempts. So they're going to have to shoot it, score it, foul, hope that Magnolia misses some throws, come back down again, and make another shot.
Take a look at this. So no more timeouts for San Miguel Beermen. So even if they make the shot quickly, they gotta play the foul game and hope that the free throws fall their way. But apart from that, Vince, if you're Magnolia, your number one rule, don't foul a three-point shooter.
Yeah. Stay away and do not go near the landing zone, all of those things. Look at Tyler Bay, who's been an incredible specimen. Great effort from him. 31 points, 21 boards, 11 out of 18 from the field. And he's played tough. Like we said, he keeps getting better and better. A possible consideration for best import in the PBA. Hey, if you can windmill like that, you're already the MVP in my book. I wish I could do that. I can do that. On those like little ribs.
Yeah,
you put
I
over
was gonna say, how low is the rim?
you put over your door.
92-88 in favor of Magnolia. San Miguel with 10.6 to play with here as they try to engineer a minor miracle at the Phil Sports Arena, trying to tackle the first loss of Magnolia since March of 22. March 22. They lost that game in overtime. Aska inside, going in, gets 2, no foul.
Quick 2. And he was trying to get a 3-point play out of the deal, but it looked like he was the one who initiated the contact. I think that was a pretty good no call.
8.4 left here in the fourth as Magnolia will have the chance to talk things over to try and make sure nothing goes askew. If you're San Miguel, though, you are playing the passing lanes hard, trying to force turnovers.
If I'm Magnolia, I'm going to get my best ball handling, best free throw guys in the game. You've got to get number one ball inbounds. Because if you get a turnover, guess what? San Miguel is all the time. And, they have possession. You see it once again. Taylor Russell did a good job just keeping those hands up. And he was retreating. He was going backwards. So, Aska trying to get that foul, but that's not going to be happening today. So once again, Magnolia got to take care of the ball. Turnovers are a killer right now. Do not turn the ball over.
Magnolia with the inbound. Rome De La Rosa to initiate. Baroka making a run. Trying to get possession here is Tyler Bay. And Bay will lose it, but it falls back to Magnolia. Gio Halalon holding on. And that will be a foul from CJ Pettis that they'll have to review.
Yeah, it looked like he took a swipe at him. Trying to go for the ball, obviously, but I think he made contact with the face here of Aris Denisha. Let's see it once again. Hopefully, but Aris is still down.
CJ Pettis, take a look at that again.
So Wild and Woolley, they almost got that steal that they were so desperately after.
And it was a wild sequence here as Halalon with the pass there, and there it is. So he lifted the ball up, and CJ bit on it.
Yeah, I think he just kind of poked him in the eye there. Yeah, that hurts too, definitely. Very sensitive area there. So San Miguel will get the ball back with .9. So really, what they got to do is just get the ball as far away from the basket of Magnolia as possible.
Of course, George Gallen right now at the halfway point.
I think what he's trying to say, and I kind of see his point as well, it could have been a backcourt violation. I'm not sure if it was De La Rosa or Artis who got the ball 1 foot on the right side or on the front court, and one ended up in the backcourt. So I think that's their claim.
Well, either way here, that is not up for debate at the moment, at least for the referees, because it will now be 1.6 seconds here to ice this one. To the ice, and just hope a last-second heave. If he misses one, doesn't fall in.
Yeah, if he misses one, there's a chance. If he makes both, it's curtains. Denisho's got his fans out there. 57 jersey. Get yours.
Denisho to ice it. And Magnolia's win streak is safe. As the last second heave is no good. 94-90 against a dogged San Miguel team. What a contest here. And so many heroes. But it's been that guy, the project, who was the big difference in the second half in so many ways. And he is our best player of the game.
I mean, he was very instrumental. I feel that, especially in the second half. Look at this little sidestep even from James Lapwood. Amazing performance from this guy, our best player. 14 points, 7 boards, and 3 assists on 3 of 5 from the field, and 8 out of 9 from the free throw line. And it wasn't just that; he was just so tough. I don't think there was anybody in San Miguel today that could push him around.
94-90 is the final count here at the Phil Sports Arena on what was an incredible game day. And of course, we'll have words from the press conference and some analysis when we come back. Don't go away.
Huwag ka magulat kung sa darating na panahon,